Cool. Good morning. Happy Saturday. And for those of you that celebrate, happy, what is it? Spring break. Happy spring break. It's gonna be a good one. A nice week to just sort of like not be at school. Not that there's anything wrong with school. There's plenty of good things at school. There's plenty of, opportunity for kids and stuff. But man, is it really nice for just a whole week to not do that. The kids need the break. We need the break. Teachers need the break. It's a nice time to just sort of like recoup, figure out your priorities, kind of maybe get some projects done at home that you've been putting off for a long time. It's overall just a really good time to kind of, rethink everything. So, it's going to be nice. It's going to be really good. I did mention on my stream yesterday, I will probably also be doing it earlier in the morning as a result of spring break. I'm an early bird. I wake up early, and probably during spring break, I'll be waking up early too. I did kind of sleep in this morning, and it felt really good to sleep in. It actually felt super good to sleep in. No spring break for you. Sorry, Callie, no spring break. We just have to plow through. So I'm going to start doing this earlier in the morning for at least the next little while. And we'll see where that takes us. Well, look at that. Spring break. Beautiful. Let's see. Crossword. Maybe we'll do some crosswords a lot on the spring break. So on connections, we've got 4 groups of 4. I see crossword, time, star, sign, rainbow, menu, contract, billboard, banner, people, grimace, engage, retain, header, semblance, and sidebar. Okay. Well, interesting. I see like a sidebar ad, a banner ad, maybe a billboard ad, and a sign. These are different advertisements. Or maybe a banner, a header. Hold on. Header, because a header is part of a website. A sidebar is part of a website. Oh, and a menu can be part of a website. Let's try that. Parts of a website. Okay. It's early in the morning, but the brain is turned on. We're locked in. Rainbow, crossword, contract, contract time. That's funny. That's a teacher thing. Contract time. The time you have to be at school, right? You agreed in your salary, in your agreement to be there at a certain time of day. We call that contract time. That's really funny. Let's see. I feel like contract, sign. Don't those feel like they go together? Oh, wait a minute. I see another one. Time magazine, People magazine, Billboard magazine. What's the other? Crossword magazine? Do you think there's a crossword magazine all full of puzzles? So those 3 are, I already know, Time, People, and Billboard. That's so funny. I'm actually having my Photoshop kids make a magazine cover. Like, they are on the cover of the magazine. And that's pretty cool. They learn, lots of tools in Photoshop, vector tools, like the type tool and different things. It's kind of fun. It's not a face swap. Sometimes kids think, oh, just take a template and slap my face into it. No, they use a template as like a jumping off point and then, add their own picture, add their own logo, add their own shapes and type and everything, all with the tools of Photoshop. It's pretty cool. But Billboard, People, and Time are all magazine covers. They could potentially be on the cover of. The kids have created all 3 of those. I'm just not sure off the top of my head which is the other one. To retain, to have a contract, And to sign, that sounds like, to sign on a Major League basketball star or something. Or just to engage, like you're interested in them. Let's try that. To employ. Okay, yeah. I was thinking basketball. Like you start a multi-million-dollar contract with a basketball star. Okay. So one of these is another magazine. So there's Time Magazine, Billboard Magazine, and People Magazine. Or the opposites would be Grimace, Rainbow, Semblance. Oh, these are all over the place. Well, these are things that like span across. Like Grimace is like a smile that goes across, like a straight line across. A rainbow is an arc across. Your semblance is your face, I guess. You do employ a basketball star when you sign them. Right, exactly. Gosh, should we just brute force this one? Because I know Billboard, People, and Time. And then 4 chances. It's either this, or this. I doubt it's Grimace Magazine. Rainbow Magazine? Ooh, is that like a kids or maybe like an LGBT magazine? Oh, I don't know. What could this be? Okay, you guys were asking me yesterday, do you ever hit the little the hints icon, the connections companion? A conversation about it? I usually don't. Here, let's do this later. Don't pop up. Today's difficulty, 3.8 out of 5. Need a hint. And, yellow down to purple. I don't want to use it as a hint yet. That's interesting. Yeah, I usually don't click that little button. It's like a whole article about the puzzle, but I'm not there. Is there one called Star Magazine? Maybe I'm totally wrong in this. Oh, it is. Oh, whoo! That was a total guess. Complete guess. The next guess would have been Crosswords Magazine. Probably not Grimace. Semblance? I don't know, like people's faces. That's so interesting. So there is actually in Brazil, there is a magazine called Caras, like faces. So Semblance does actually kind of line up with that, but there's not such a thing in English or in America here. All right, so then we've got Crossword, Grimace, Semblance, and Rainbow. Is it like a straight line across? Ending with me. Oh. That was totally different. Ending with medieval weapons. Crossword ends in sword. Grimace ends in mace. Rainbow, like a bow and arrow, bow. And then Semblance, lance. Oh my gosh, I never would have gotten that from this. I click it after I'm done. I like the illustrations. That's so fun. Yeah, it took us there, and today's difficulty. It's interesting that they say, how challenging it is, right? 3.8 out of 5. Yeah, maybe we should visit that more often. Give us some insight. All right, let's do the mini crossword. And it's a bigger puzzle today. We're looking at a 7x7. But actually, all of the answers are 4x4 or 5x5 because of those close-offs. That's funny. So it's actually not too bad. Cummerbund. Cummerbund is an accessory. It's kind of would you call that a belt? I mean, it is a 4-letter word, right? Cummerbund is a belt. I don't know. Let's fill it in. Maybe it's completely wrong. Cheese-covered chip. Maybe nacho? Let's try that. Singer in a synagogue. Somebody in the choir. I don't know. I don't know that one. Like decision making in a hierarchical organization. I can't say that word. Hierarchical. Maybe top down. Top down. Right? It's like it's not democratic. It's a hierarchy, so the top person makes the biggest decisions. Where a browser might get cookies from your cache. Browser might get cookies from websites, from pages. I don't know what it's asking there. Mixes as a drink. Like shakes, stirs, maybe stirs. Stirs. 10 in a lane. What do you mean 10 in a lane? I'm going to need some help with that. Maybe the down clues. Politician on a fighting oligarchy tour with Ocasio-Cortez. I don't see. I know in this climate you would think, oh, everyone's like super engaged in politics. I am sickened by it. I tend to disconnect from it. I don't know. So I'm thinking this one's wrong anyway because I'm looking ahead and I see the first A of SAG-AFTRA, the Screen Actors Guild. So this is not correct. Let me go to it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, can't spell. Actors. There we go. Flamboyant. Maybe showy. Showy. So top down must be right. I think we nailed that one. Unicorn's defining feature. Well, of course, their horn. The horn. This stupid keyboard. Every time. Let's see. Lap protector. Is your napkin. Raccoon-like mammal of South America. Raccoon. A 16th of a cup. Oh, is a teaspoon. Or maybe a tablespoon. There we go. Tablespoon. Okay, cummerbund. Oh, is a sash. Okay. Singer in a synagogue. I think it's Seder, but I don't know how to spell that. See, that's the letter I don't know. Singer in a synagogue, I believe, is a Seder. In my infinite wisdom of Jewish custom. No, I'm just kidding. I did go to a single bar mitzvah when I was a kid. If that's any help. Where a browser might get cookies at the bakery. Great answer. Great answer. I love those ones that have a question mark, right? It's a stretch answer. 10 in a lane. Ten what in a lane? 10 in a lane. Points. I don't know. We'll come back to that one too, I guess. Politician on a fighting oligarchy tour with Ocasio-Cortez. Is that Bernie Sanders? Okay. Raccoon-like mammal of South America. I don't know. 10 in a lane. Pins. What? At least one square's a miss. Okay, let's go through our answers. I thought we had it. Cummerbund, sash. Cheese-covered chip, a nacho. Singer in a synagogue. I'm not sure about that one. Oh, maybe cantor? There we go. All right, so we goofed up one little answer. Where did I end up with an S? Oh, because I thought I knew what it was. Cantor. A singer, a cantor. It had nothing to do with like Hebrew or they said synagogue and it threw me off. I was like, what? What do you mean cantor? Yeah, nothing to do with websites. I love the ones that have the question mark at the end, you know. I'm surprised Star Magazine isn't more famous. I used to hear about it during my elementary, middle school years, right? Like everyone would pore over Cosmo, even though it had like naughty words on the cover. I don't know if I remember Star Magazine. Is that one of the mainstream ones? Or is that like a National Enquirer kind of thing? Like decision making in a hierarchical organization, top-down decisions, where a browser might get cookies, ? So it's a gimmick answer, right? It's a joke. A browser, you're looking for cookies, you're going to get them at the bakery. I love that. Mixes as a drink, stirs. 10 in a lane, of course, duh. Pins, there's 10 pins in a lane. Politician in a fighting oligarchy tour with Ocasio-Cortez. That's Bernie Sanders, I guess. See, I'm just disconnected from politics. I'm not like a super political person. I'm kind of sickened by the whole landscape right now anyway. The first A of SAG-AFTRA is actors, Screen Actors Guild, and I forget what AFTRA stands for, but they join together. Flamboyant, showy. Unicorn's defining feature, their horn. Lap protector, napkin. And then raccoon-like mammal of South America, the coati. I need to look this up. Is that extinct or is it a current? Oh, it's weird looking. Is that bad that I said that? It's kind of strange. There it is. The coati. It has this very defined snout. I mean, it's cute. It's cute. The snout kind of took me by surprise. Look how long that thing is. It's pretty impressive. Funny. Well, that's a coati. Huh. There you go. I learned a new thing today. I learned what a coati is. And then a 16th of a cup. I thought teaspoon, but no, it's tablespoon. And then there's, let me think, 3 teaspoons and a tablespoon, I think. It reminds me of when Nate Bargatze went on to Saturday Night Live. Do you remember that one? He was on a couple of times, but for one of them, he's doing this skit where he's one of the founding fathers. He's like George Washington. He's like, we will build this country on these great things, and one of the things is the weights and measures, and it's just like. It's an inside joke that my kids and I have. If there's something that the math doesn't work, and how many yards in a mile, sir? Nobody knows. And so if the math isn't working in my family, somebody goes, nobody knows. how many tablespoons? How many teaspoons in a cup, sir? Nobody knows. Oh man. All right, let's play the Wordle. We got quite a streak going on. 53 days in a row. This will hopefully make 54 if I don't goof up the Wordle somehow. Let's see. What do we have? It's either Bernie Sanders or Colonel Sanders. Politics and KFC make a good combo. You might fight across the dinner table with somebody that disagrees with you. That's funny. Okay, we got really lucky with the word point yesterday. I don't like to repeat words. How about... Oh, maybe we shouldn't do that. Oh, no, I'm not going to write that one. Okay, look, Google that word if you're not sure why. Yeah, we're not going to do that. How about... lanes? Okay, just the A. There's an A somewhere. How about... Oh, I can't do the E. Proby? Is that a word? Why is that a word? Why is that a word? Oh, and it ends in a Y. Okay. That's so funny. I was going to say probe, but we already used the E. So we ended up with proby. Someone's asking too many questions. They're proby. That's funny. Can we get a full other non-intersecting word? Oh, there's so many letters already used. Is that a word? No. I'm trying to think of another non-intersecting word, but we may have shot ourselves in the foot using so many of the common ones. I'm left with you and I. Say like a CH. We haven't done a CH yet. Chuggy. That's not a word. Well, in this generation it is. Chumi. If I do use a word, a letter that's already been done, it might be fruit. Let's try that. Okay, it gave us the F. All right. Well, we already used an R, and it was in the same place, which, I mean, you know, whatever. It's water under the bridge, but maybe I shouldn't have guessed that. Okay, so we have 4 letters. It's an F word, and then there's a letter. It can't be A. It could be the O, but F also goes with other consonants, like R is gone. F. Oh, maybe it is the O. Okay. Oh, foamy. Oh, that's a word. Wait a minute. That's a word. If we just switch the O and the A position. Nice. Awesome. Foamy. We did it. We did it. We did it. We have played 100 times, and our current streak is 54. That's pretty cool. Most of the time we get it on the 4th because of this strategy. It just works really well. Go for the answer. Hey, HB, how you doing? Good to have you on. I'm glad to see you. I love that you love my videos. Thank you. Tell people about them. If you have, you know, fun friends that love doing puzzles, the next couple days, actually about the next week and a half, I'm going to be doing them in the morning because I am off for spring break. And my family's not going anywhere. We're not going on a vacation or anything. We, you know, some of the people in my family tend to be homebodies. I think it'd be fun to travel. I would love that. This, you know, America's Favorite Teacher thing, if I win that, then we will be traveling because it's a trip for 2 to Hawaii for a teacher. There's a link in my channel page if you want to go to that and link and vote for me. I am in the Sweetheart round. I'm right now in the wild cards. So one second place winner from the previous round gets like sweethearted Cinderella'd into the main round. And I'm currently first place in my group of those groups. So they combine people together and all. So yeah, vote for me. Am I still in first? Let's just look real quick. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Here, I'll refresh the page just in case. Yep. And if you vote today, your votes count double. So you hit the vote button. There's a link in the description. I'm not going to dwell too much on it today. I just want to play puzzles with you. So yeah, anyway, thank you for the subscribe. I love your support. So thank you for that. All right, New York Times Strands. Now, if you've never played the Strands before, let's pop it on. Let's see. Oh, my big fat head is in the way. There we go. So there's an O at the bottom. Am I too high up? Do I have to like slunk down? Or should I change it? Maybe I should change it so you guys can see it. Do you mind if I just change this on the fly real quick? Okay, well, hold on. What layer is it? It's not that layer. It's this layer? Yeah, it's this layer. So I want you to be able to see them. What's this one? Maybe I'm like stepping on the toes of the other ones. Oh, maybe it's this one. If I put letters in. Yeah, that's going to cut into it, huh? There. Okay, that's the word I want. There. Okay, now we can see it. My big fat head's not in the way as much. I had a... It wasn't this puzzle, was it? Maybe it was the letterboxed that didn't quite line up anymore, and I was like, what gives? Are they changing the shape of the puzzle or something? Who knows? All right, so today's theme in the Strands is in it to win it. And if you have never played Strands, it's sort of like a word search, and except they don't give you the words to look for. And it could go up, down, left, right. It could snake around. It could go in all different directions. Yesterday, the word flooring made a floor. It was on the bottom. It was very clever. So let's play. Let's do it. I am in it to win it. Sort of like this America's Favorite Teacher contest. I'm in it to win it. You didn't subscribe? Well, the button's right there. The button is right there. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you, HB, because you're an honest person. That shows integrity. To feel bad if you were to lie about something, right? You are a person of integrity, and I commend that. In it to win it. If you are running a race, you might spew. Why does my mind go there? Why does my mind go there? H-E-A-T. Heat. Heater. Oh, what does it mean? In it to win it. Right? We're running a race or a contest. In it to win it. So these are like places or different things you can win. You win at basketball. You win at a race. Very sports fan puzzle. Okay. Maybe rally. Okay, rally is one of them. You can win a rally. You can win in a bracket. Just simply a game. Game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I see another word there. Maybe this is... Is that the spangram? Yeah, it's a spangram. Okay, so we got 5 left. 2 out of 7. So that's maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I was thinking it was something, related to... something related to sports, right? People are very competitive. Love playing sports. Like hat trick. In it to win it. purse. P-U-R-S-E, but that orphans these O and W. I really feel like purse would have been there. Like you win a purse, you win a like the I don't know, what is that? Horse racing? There's a purse involved. What about up here? Just win the cup. Win a rally. Win a bracket. Win maybe heat. Then that orphans this R over here. Man, oh man. It does? I don't want the live stream to quit on you. It's early in the morning. Maybe I need to restart my computer. It's been a while. Puree. All right, maybe we use a hint today. I'm just having a hard time finding these. Oh, a Turo? What? What is that word? Oh, route. So you can win a route, you can win a rally, you can win a sweep, you can win a three-peat. Oh my gosh. I know. I love it when you're screaming answers at me. It's like, duh, of course that's the answer. Maybe upset. How about comeback? Comeback. There we go. Comeback. Yeah, we had to use a hint in that one. But in it to win it, game changers. There's a rally, an upset, a comeback, a sweep, a route. I thought it was tour. T-O-U-R. That's the other way around. And a three-peat. You're in it to win it. All right, letterboxed. We've got to use up all 12 of these letters to make a word, to make many words. We can do it in 5, or we could do it in less. Who knows? Yeah, I think those are NBA terms. I think you're right. Try to solve in 5. Okay. So we got an S, a C, and an O, an A, Y, and D, H, P, and T, B, M, and R. So there is no U. No, there's no U, yeah, but there's no E. I was going to say U like doubt, D-O-U-B-T, but there's no U. There's no U for double either, and no L. This might be tricky, not having an E and not having an L. Those are like 2 really good glue words, glue letters. Stick the words together. Strappy, not a word. Strap is a word, though. No, A and O, and if you consider Y. So knowing that, we can't make CO words, you know, or DA words. There is an S. P. Pabst, like PBR. This is tough where there's only 2 vowels, and then the Y is probably going to go at the end of a word. There's no R. Oh yes, wait, there is a an R. So what if we did like pyro? Pyro, that's a word. And then Oma could be someone's grandma. Not a word. Not in English, no. In Germany or Austria, you might call your grandmother Oma. There's no E. That's like a major glue letter. Okay, porch, yeah, that's a good one. I like pyro because it got rid of the Y. Let me write it down at least. Yeah. Now we're on the H though. Oh boy. H. Hamdo. It's Rambo's pig counterpart, Hamdo. All right, I'm going to write these words down because pyro is awesome, and I feel like I want to use it. Porch. And so I guess the question is what's left, right? If I use porch somewhere, so then the Y, the D, the M, and the B. Okay, so what if I do... Oh, I can't do pyros with an S on the end. Ooh, okay. So let's come up with some words that have the Y, the D, the M, and the B. Or I can't do orb. Orb. We could say hop. Oh, wait a minute. Why did I erase this? Okay, because look at this. Let's put our original words back on. There's STRAP, strap. And then P for porch, PORCH. And then I could say... Oh, if I say ham, that gets me over to the... Well, no, I want to say hop, because then hop could lead us to pyro. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. So what if we went in this direction? Ham. Moby. Now we're stuck with the D. We got one last word, and we have a D left. Okay, think about this. If we go strap to porch to ham to Moby, and we just need to get rid of the D. So at the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4, and we need the D somewhere. So what, and then we have to end that word on the S. That's easy. We can do that. What about like mods? Mods is a word. Okay, we got it. It's in the bag. It's in the bag. Strap. And then P-O-R-C-H, porch. And then ham. Ham just gets us over to the M so we can spell Moby. I wanted to use the word pyro. Pyro could have been fun, but it wasn't in the cards that we play pyro. That's okay. That's okay. Yord. Is yord a word? I don't know if that's a word, yord. I also love how in Letterboxd everyone gets it in a different way, right? Some people get it in like a totally different direction than I did, and that's part of the fun, right? There are many, many different answers that could satisfy this puzzle. I'm sure there's a way to get this in, 2 words. 1 word, I'm not so sure, but 2 words, maybe 3 words. Some genius might come up with that, but not I. For the sake of time, there's actually somewhere I have to be this morning. I know it sounds crazy, but we are not going to go over the puzzles. I know I review the puzzles every single time. Oh, heck, we got time. Let's do it. Just real quick. We'll just super fast. Parts of a website. This is a connections puzzle. Parts of a website. The banner, the header, the menu, and the sidebar. And menu actually has one of my least favorite words. My ick words is hamburger menu. And you will probably see that on a website. In fact, maybe one of these puzzles will have a hamburger menu if you're doing it in mobile. Employ, to contract, or contract employee, engaged, retain, and sign. At a faculty meeting recently, our principal said, no one's getting surplus. And that reminds me of the word surplus. Contract, or I keep saying contract, to engage, to retain, and to sign. Some of the schools in our district are very speedily changing numbers right now, so we're seeing an increase in just people wanting to move to different districts or move to other schools within the district, and there are some that are really suffering, really suffering. Let's see. The blue category was magazines. I knew Billboard, I knew People, and I knew Time Magazine, but I took a stab in the dark that Star Magazine was one, and sure enough it is. Ending with medieval weapons. Crossword for sword, grimace for mace, rainbow for bow, and then semblance for lance. Very clever. All right, and then we looked at the behind the scenes of our puzzle then. Cummerbund is a sash. Cheese-covered chip is a nacho. Singer in a synagogue is a cantor. Like decision-making in a hierarchical organization there. I said it first try that time. Top-down decision-making. Where a browser might get cookies, ? At a bakery. I love those gimmick answers. Mixes as a drink, stirs. 10 in a lane. This was funny. I was like, what do you mean 10 in a lane? There's 10 pins in a bowling alley lane. Politician on a fighting oligarchy tour with Ocasio-Cortez. Sanders, that Bernie Sanders. Makes it sound like a musician's tour, right? You're going on tour with your band. The first A of SAG-AFTRA, that's the Screen Actors Guild, so actors, I guess hitting the button would help. Flamboyant, showy. Unicorn's defining feature, of course, their horn. Lap protector, your napkin. Raccoon-like mammal of South America, we actually looked it up. It's the coati. It has a very pronounced nose. And then 1/16 of a cup is a tablespoon. There you go. Okay, so for the Wordle today, we did first off the word lanes, L-A, and then it gave us the A, but, in the wrong place. And then proby, that's a funny word, proby. I'm just trying to think of a non-intersecting word, a word that doesn't use any of those first 5 letters. Some people have like a go-to word. I don't. I just every time. You guys that watch every time, I have kind of the strategy of just kind of coming up with, whatever 5-letter word and sort of dealing with it, and then coming up with 2 words that are non-intersecting, that don't use any of those first word letters. The third word we did come up with was actually not technically a non-intersecting word because I had just barely used the letter R. In fact, I used the letter R in the same location too. But fruit, that luckily gave us the F, and with an F at the beginning and a Y at the end, and A and O, I just flip-flopped those because it didn't really make sense to do another consonant, so I tried O-A. Foamy is the only one that made sense there. All right. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? Good to have you on board. Comeback, right? We're talking about in it to win it. These are game changers. Maybe a rally, an upset, a comeback, a sweep. I almost said stew. No, it's not stew. Sweep. A rout, and a three-peat. The only thing I disagree with there is maybe rout. I don't know. All of those others they make sense together, but route, I'm not so sure. And then for letterboxed, we tried these 5 words. We had to do it in 5, and we did fine on it. Mods led to strap, led to porch, and the H led to ham, so that we could get over to the M for Moby. I used to listen to Moby. Did you ever listen to Moby? I listened to Moby as a kid. I had like 2 of his albums. All right. Well, you guys are great. Thanks for a great stream. Sorry to jump off so quick like this, but yeah, you joined late. Sorry, Frank. I'll just tell you now, the next couple of days, probably through next Sunday, I'll be doing the streams early in the morning because it is spring break, and I want to enjoy my time playing with my kids, working on projects. I've got a couple of projects I need to finish today, but yeah, we have somewhere to be pretty soon here. So yeah, you guys are great. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for an awesome stream. See you next time.